Sisyphus sits beneath a boulder, wondering. While Sisyphus does spend most of her time pushing a boulder up this incomprehensibly large mountain, she views her breaks as a little more important than her work. Sisyphus always kept a world outside of her job. She's all about that work-life balance. But if she were to be honest, she considers herself a slacker and someone who believes she could have been the best. If she had the interest and motivation, this rock would already be at the top of the mountain. It would be so easy. It wouldn't even be that difficult if she put her mind to it. And yet, Sisyphus sits beneath a boulder, wasting away her effort. Wasting away? She asked her conscience. It's not like I didn't try. All I do is work day and night to get this rock up a mountain. What are you doing? You're just an insecurity trying to be a crappy narrator. Well, first of all, that's an ad hominem attack. And secondly, even if that were all true, is that enough? Finding someone else to blame won't get you to the top. You're so swallowed up by self-pity, self-hate, hate for this world, this rock, this hill. You limit yourself from being exceptional. I have every right to hate, Sisyphus says. I never really had a choice in this. I'm stuck with this stupid rock and this stupid job on this stupid mountain. The gods don't ask for your opinion about your punishment. Their will has existed far longer than your merit. And to be against the system is pointless. The only thing you can do is work hard enough till you have the power to change it. You think the gods don't know that? They know their power is just a dogma. That's why they forced me to do this stupid crap. I'd be too busy working this dead-end job before I can change anything about it. All my angst and anger are shaved away for the sake of this myth. How the hell am I even supposed to play this character? I'm nothing like him. I'm not even a guy. Look, Sisyphus, it's easier to morph into whatever they need you to be, rather than it is to find yourself a part of the script. Why are we even having all of these menial debates? All this bickering and discourse? You could have made it. This boulder would already be at the top of the mountain, your feet would be a little less sore, and the next myth would be created. The next myth? What the hell do you mean next myth? Sisyphus prods. When I get to the top, that's it. I want to get this job over with and leave. I just want my life back. Then do it faster. You don't need breaks, you don't need to wonder. All you have to do is walk, and you'll have it. Push forward, Sisyphus. You don't need to think anymore. Do what you can now, don't think about your future. All you need is the rock. Once you let your thoughts stop, you'll save yourself. You don't need to hold yourself back anymore. She listened. No breaks were had, no wonders kept in thought. Sisyphus, the only life left living on this mountain, drifted the last of herself across the world. The years took their toll, and as her mind no longer yearned, death eventually found its way into eternity. Her hate and effort slowly lost their way from intention. All that was left was a relic lost from meaning. She only existed for one reason: the last resolve she made before she died. It was a story, with its details lost to time, about a mountain. A single entity crossed its distance, rolling the rock to the top and pushing it to the bottom. They had lost their name, unable to remember anything other than the job that calloused their hands. They don't know why they pushed this rock. It had always been done so. This work was all they had left to them. They have only known work their whole life, and their mind raced, yearning for another one. They found a love to wonder. They would have these whole stories in their head to keep themselves entertained on the travel. They would represent emotions and wants. Anything they could feel would be put into character. The names of these characters and narratives were etched onto their rock. Every time they pushed, they would see these stories again and again, reciting old tunes and tales to remember when forgotten. They have a simple life, one defined entirely by their work. But these records on rock told a tale of intricate stories that continued across the past. A story about a fabric holding the entire universe together, waves morphing into music and bombs, a world created by the remnants of generations of stars, a place that leads no lines and definitions, existing entirely formless, yet connected to one another. While Sisyphus may have smudged some of the storylines, they're happy with how it all came together. They don't remember much of her, but they still feel her hate. What she hated, they never knew exactly. They don't know who she is or where she went, but they wanted to help. With these worlds and universes for her, they hope she lived the way she wished, in at least one of them. To live for others is all they had remembered, living in a present, promising the past a place in the future, all trying to create a vision for the younger. And in guilt, I live to remember.